it's Hailey from the Huddo Boards team. Today I'm going to show you two different features that can help you when you're working within your board. The first is the ability to copy and paste cards within a board or between boards. And the second feature is the ability to move cards and lists within a board or between boards. So I'm working on this at the moment within the web, Huddo Boards for web. You can do this within Microsoft Teams or HCL connections as well. So say for example I have a card here which I know has quite a few subcards, so it's not something that I want to be creating every single time. This card is as it should be, and I know that I'll use it for the next month and the month after that. So instead of recreating that exact same card with all of the content, I'm just going to use the simple copy and paste. And to do that, you can see that when I hover over this card, there's an orange outline around the card itself. Now, if I press on my keyboard, Control-C for copy, you can see that I got a pop-up in the bottom saying this has been copied, and it's going to sit in this same list. So I'm actually just going to hover at the top of the list, and I'm going to press Control-V to paste. So now that you can see that we've got a second card here, and it's got all of our subcards as well, which is excellent because we don't have to recreate them. Now we can be really smart and just update this to say December. So that's a really quick and easy way to copy and paste within a board. And of course you can do this within the same list, or you can do this within another list. We can see that's been copied across, and I'm just using that Control-C as once I've got the outline of the orange around the card, and then hovering over a list and pressing Control-V to paste it in. So in addition to copying and pasting cards, we could also copy and paste an entire list. So say we want to copy this as a list. I'm hovering over the list itself. I'm pressing Control-C on my keyboard, and then I'm going to hover over this at a list space here, and I'll press Control-V. So that's copied and pasted the entire list and the cards sitting within it to a new list for me. And I might come in here and update this so that I can keep on using this list. This also works for copying between boards as well. So if I hover at the top again, press Control-C, and I'm just flipping over to my second board that I have open in another tab, and I'll press Control-V here, and I've pasted it in again here as well. So really quick and easy way to copy and paste cards or lists within one board or between multiple boards. The next option for moving cards around a board or between boards is to locate the card, come into it, and we're going to use this move option at the top here. Now remember that this is for moving a card within a board or to another board. It's not copying the card itself. So we're just moving the location. So if I want to move it within the same board, the board is already selected, and then I can come down and select a list or a card that it can sit under. So if you selected a list, it's going to sit under there as a card. If you selected a card, it will sit within that card as a subcard. So let's have a look at our list. So our lists are here, they have the little hamburger symbol, or our cards look like a little card icon here on the left hand side. So let's have a look. I'm going to put this in monthly tasks list, and I'll say to move it, and I can see that it has moved from the future priorities across to the monthly tasks. Now, the next option is that we could move it between a board. So if I come up to the move option again, and here I'm going to X to clear this destination board. And from here it's going to load all of the boards that I have access to. So I'm going to choose the other board that we were looking at just before. So HR reports. From here again I'll select either a list looking at the hamburger symbol or one of the cards for it to sit under looking at the card symbol. And I'm going to choose the annual tasks list for it to sit under. I'm going to move, and we can see that in the board that we were working in, the card is no longer here. I'm going to flip over to the board that I've sent it to, and we can see here it's sitting under annual tasks as a card itself. So either option, moving within a board or between boards, can be really helpful if a task, perhaps if it's progressed and it's moving on to a different part of the project, or if it's relevant to a different area, you can use that move option to move it along. Another option for the move button is that we might want to move an entire list to another board. So say for example, I would like to move this bank recs list. I will come up to the more option, and I'm going to go to show details. Here I'm going to move the list and the cards that are sitting within it across to another board by selecting move. Here we can select our destination board, so I'm going to X out of this one and use the drop down to select another board. So I'm going to send it back to the board that we were just working on before. I'm going to select move, and we can see that immediately within this board the list has moved on or disappeared. And if I come back to the other board that we're in, the end of year priorities, I can see that the list has now been moved here. So another option, you can either move cards or you can move entire lists between boards. If you have any questions about the copy and paste or move options, please reach out to us at hello@huddo.com, and we'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.